These are the words of the Apostle Paul to the Philippians. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation. Philippians chapter 4, verse 11. We are living the days of discontent. Instead of being content with what we have, we want to have the latest and greatest. We feel we need to have something new to satisfy us. We condition ourselves to believe that certain things we've gotten used to having are necessary, things we can't do without. It's become epidemic at the overall level of discontent. We are discontent when we blur the line between needs and wants, what is a necessity and what isn't. We need to understand the difference between needs and wants. There is this wise reflection that comes from the pen of Jason Lehman. I think it captures the heart of our problem. He writes this: "It was spring, but it was summer I wanted, the warm days and the great outdoors. It was summer, but it was a fall I wanted, the colorful leaves and the cool, dry air. It was fall, but it was winter I wanted, the beautiful snow and the holiday season. It was winter, but it was spring I wanted, the warmth and blossom of nature. It was a child, but it was adulthood I wanted, the freedom and the respect. I was 20, but it was 30 I wanted, to be mature and sophisticated. I was middle-aged, but it was 20 I wanted, the youth and the free spirit. I was retired, but it was middle-aged I wanted, the presence of mind without limitations. Then my life was over, and I never got what I wanted." Many people never seem satisfied, and almost everybody wants more. A little child wants more toys. A teenager wants more freedom. The youth wants more popularity. The adults want more possessions. In a cemetery in England, there is a gravestone with this inscription: "She died for want of thanks." Alongside that stone is another which reads, "He died trying to give them to her." I've heard once that contentment is not having everything you want. Contentment is wanting everything you have. Max Lucado refers to our discontentment as the prison of want. Its prisoners want something bigger, nicer, faster, thinner. If your happiness comes from something you deposit, drive, drink, or digest, then you are in the cell of want. Are you hoping that a change in circumstance will bring a change in your attitude? If so, you are locked up. You are in the cell of discontentment. Listen again to the words of the Apostle Paul. I have learned to be content whatever the circumstance. He wasn't just spouting off a nice principle. He learned the secret of being content in any and every situation. It wasn't like anyone could say to Paul, "Yeah, easy for you to say. You haven't dealt with the problems I have." Paul spoke from his life experiences. Paul was writing this from prison. Yet in this prison letter, we hear Paul talk about doing everything without complaining or arguing. He talks about rejoicing in the Lord always. He talks about the peace of God, which transcends all understanding. Because Paul relied on the strength of God, he was able to be content despite his circumstances. Obviously, God wants us to be a happy, satisfied people. We shouldn't be restless and jealous, always chafing about what we do not have. There should be a spirit of thankfulness in us that brands us as belonging to Him. Allow the powerful simplicity of this verse to permeate your personhood. Paul's contentment secret for any circumstance is living in and walking with Christ. Charles Spurgeon once said, "A man's contentment is in his mind, not in the extent of his possessions." The secret to being content is not about having, it's about being. Contentment is found when my heart and mind are centered on Christ. Let us be people whose hearts, minds, and lives are marked by contentment. Think about it, and God bless you.